Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Um, we're here to talk about trading. And I guess we should start with a round of introduction. I'll pass to you, Hank. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Hank, CEO of Kronos. Been in quant trading for over 15 years. Been in crypto since 2017. Yeah, that's about it.
My name is Maxim Shen. I'm based in New York. Anti-Capital is a HFT trading shop focused on traditional finance and digital assets. We focus on HFT buy side, sell side, liquidity provisions in general. So our specialty is the secondary market and the secondary market only. Yep.
My name is Vincent. I also work for Kronos Research. We are, like Hank said, market maker, trader. We also have an investor arm. We do market making as a service. Working closely with many different partners. Actually, fun fact, Max and I know each other back in TradFi days, back in Chicago, when he was still working with Tower, and we were just playing basketball. And now, many years later, we get to see each other again in Taipei. So. Thanks for joining us. So today's topic is about advanced tools in the Web3 world. There are many advanced tools such as algorithmic systems, machine learning, custom interfaces are all popping up and revolutionizing trading in this crypto world. What feature or innovation do you guys will shape the future of trading? Maybe I'll pass to you, Hank, first. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think the buzzword in recent years is definitely going to be Gen AI. Gen AI is definitely the future. It used to be that only big firms can afford engineering resources to develop or deploy these advanced tools for trading. But Gen AI has definitely changed all that. And any motivated individual, any individual that's motivated enough can work independently to build their own systems to deploy these advanced tools just by themselves now. So that has definitely leveled the playing field somewhat in recent years, recent months even. I think it also becomes increasingly important for big firms to incorporate Gen AI into their workflow to stay competitive. I'm a big believer that AI won't necessarily replace human, but humans that can really best leverage the capability of AI will come out on top in the next or in the new era of trading.
Yeah, I mean, definitely AI, many people mention AI, previous called regressions, right? And people more familiar with that. And now, current days, frame it a little bit better with AI, artificial intelligence. I think the AI models, especially combining the unsupervised learning and also the reinforcement learning, is very, very powerful in terms of fair value predictions to predict market direction from microstructure standpoint. It is crucial. There are many tools you can use, like cross assets, correlation matrix. So find the market inefficiency. It's very easy for those arbitrage people to come in. Some on-chain analysis, tools to monitor the whale deposits, So myself is more like a hands-on guys. I tend to use all of those. I mean, you need to have a lot of tools in your toolkit. You don't know which one is going to be helpful this time, next time, but get everything ready, plug and play, and to try everything. So maybe this works this time, the next. It depends on market sentiment. It depends on the market scenarios. It's hard to say which one is going to be perfect. It's like your trading strategy, alpha decay, right? So you have to keep trying. So if it's not working this time, try something else. So I mean, lots of young people, young face I can recognize. Definitely just go crazy, go nuts about it. So you will find something is work, but it's not going to work forever.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of AI, large language model, analysis on market sentiment, those are become more and more powerful. And obviously, market sentiment is a big driving force for the price movement. So beyond maybe the sentiment analysis, what other tools do you think are helping traders making better real-time trading decisions? Yeah, maybe we can start with Max. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sentiment analysis, this is very critical. In traditional finance, people use that for event trading. But if you zoom in a little bit, sentiment analysis translate to crypto trading. It will be monitoring those whale wallets, those on-chain traffic, the network congestions, the gas fees, monitoring those centralized exchange deposit, and monitoring those how fast exchange can process your withdrawal and deposit. It's many factors. So, of course, natural language processing. This is very important to have you to parse the live Twitters, put some keywords, and monitor a Google trend on those keywords. Normally, you can find something very straightforward. There's just a lot of alpha. Let's just I think it's time-consuming things. Like I just said, put a lot of tools in your toolkits. Keep trying.
Yeah, I think sentiment analysis, sometimes it can be delayed also, right? Sometimes it's actually reflecting what's already happened in the markets. To me, it's very complicated, right? So as a retail trader, if you're just a retail user, I think your best bet is actually social trading or copy trading, right? So there's a lot of platforms out there, they're pushing out social trading feature, social trading capability. Like for example, Wux, they have copy trading and counter trading, which is kind of interesting. And I think in this cycle, we're going to see more and more platforms making a big push in their social trading feature on their platforms. And I think more interestingly, you're going to see a lot more strategies or lead traders being run by AI agents, right? Or even AI analyzing traders, analyzing strategies, making recommendations to users to help with your trading.
Yeah, and speaking of the trading platforms, as these trading platforms collaborate with tech innovators and infrastructure players, and innovate the next level of the platform, what critical factors do you guys think will ensure these platforms actually deliver useful trading tools to the users? Yeah. Right, Hank? Yeah.
Again. Okay. Well, I think for big firms like the big institutions, right? For trading firms, security and custody of assets is still quite a big topic. I think it's still a big challenge to be tackled by the industry. Exchanges still have, I think, too much power over user assets, and a lot of times it's a kind of a big hurdle for new participants who come into the markets, right? When they hear, oh, you have to deposit assets onto an exchange, and exchanges can just run away with your assets, that becomes very scary for a lot of family offices, for a lot of institutions, hedge funds, and whatnot. And that's kind of somewhat slowing down the adoptions of crypto. So security and custody of assets, right? Like how do trading platforms or exchanges become more open-minded and working with third-party custody providers, or figure out ways to enable self-custody solutions onto their platforms? That's I think that will become very meaningful in the years to come. So that's number one. I think another thing is DeFi, right? DeFi has a lot of great things. DeFi, you can self-custody. There's a lot of interesting things going on DeFi. All the new cool stuff is on DeFi, NFTs, meme coins. But there's just too many chains, right? So how do you enable trading seamlessly across chains? How do you make it easier for users to use DeFi? How do you make it easier for users to figure out how to open a wallet, to set up an account on different chains? I think that's also it's going to be a very meaningful problem to overcome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to recognize that different exchange, different trading platform has its own pros and cons. For centralized exchange, centralized trading platform, everyone knows the risk from the last crisis. For the decentralized, I mean, like Hank said, so it's a different category of the risk you have to consider. I'm not going to repeat that, but people always say, put a user in the center of the stage, on the center of the stage, make some tools. It's user-friendly. It is good, but sometimes you have to guide the user to develop their own skill by providing their own, providing new tools to develop some new habits for the incoming users. You have to guide that. This is your responsibilities. You cannot just listen to whatever user said, listen to whatever user wants. It's not going to work that. The whole industry is not going to advise based on individual users' requests. It doesn't work. So my point of view is, put a user on the middle of the stage, great. But developer or product managers, you have to include a user in your SDLC, software development life cycles, as part of like external product managers. I mean, figure out why they ask this, what their real pursuit behind their request. So it is very, very critical. You have to think one step ahead of those requests. I think it is very, very important to evolve as a trading platform, regardless of centralized or decentralized, doesn't matter.
Definitely resonate with what Max said there. A lot of times the requests, they are giving suggestion to a problem, but you really want to figure out the root cause and really try to solve the root cause rather than just listen to what they suggest. Because often they don't have the best knowledge on what the best solution is. Even when we're running a trading firm, right? Traders will suggest, I want this, and then you really need to figure out what exactly are they looking for. I think same thing with the users on a trading firm as well. I guess going back to the trading side, we have a lot of different tools that can enhance trading decision making. So how do you guys think about having these tools enhancing the decision making, the intuition, some of the discretion component, but at the same time preserve the role of a trader? Yeah, sure, Max. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of automations in general, but you have to strike the balance between the automation and the human interventions. So human intervention in my company need to be highly discouraged, unless it's for the risk management purpose. So everybody hands off. I don't want a user, I don't want a trader in my companies to point click stuff, unless there's a reason behind it. And such reason need to be justifiable. So it is very important to maintain the disciplines. Even AI tell you to do one things, but from the trader instinct, it does not make any sense. You have to find the root cause why the AI recommend you do such things. It is ridiculous. So previously, people trade based on those rule-based strategy. So now people mix that with AI, different, especially unsupervised models, which is great. But those AI is not going to put every case scenario into its model. Maybe it's out of those data process is out of samples. The model itself never saw that before. So that's the issue. That's an issue not for the AI model itself. It's an issue for the trader who is training those models and feed those in-sample data, which is historical data, into those models. It is traders' final, I would say, ultimate responsibilities to provide direct feed into the markets to make the right judgment. Because the P&L is traders' P&L. It's not models. The value at risk and 95% confidence levels, you have to make the final judgment call, not AI models. And I think the balance just sometimes you have to play dumb, kind of like a question whatever the AI model is recommending you to do and put a second thought on that. It is always good. Yep.
Yeah, and I guess Max, following that, there like all these advanced tools, how do we make sure it makes trading more transparent, accessible, especially when we onboarding the next wave of traders?
So decentralized performance matrix developed by third-party agency. And this is very important. I haven't seen any companies doing anything like that. So use same matrix to evaluate the performance. You can put all crazy matrix on your strategies performance. And I always say data is just puppies. You can always try to interpret it from one way or the other to guide people's opinion from the way you explain it. So it is very important to rely on those decentralized agency. So I would say same rulers to say if it's a right thing or it's something you have to improve later on.
Hank, do you have anything to add?
Well, I think it's interesting how we as a firm incorporate AI, right? So like Max's firm, we are also fully automated. We limit human intervention to risk management only as well. So the way that we incorporate AI is in the research process, right? Too, we implement AI techniques in signal discovery, implement machine learning techniques in building models. And the most recent effort is actually implementing Gen AI techniques in helping us read research papers, right? Helping us sort through literature out there to figure out what the new knowledge is out there and what can we use in our research process, right? So it's really try to leverage AI to help us expand our knowledge frontier. So less about decision making, but more in terms of elevating our research capability. So I think that's very interesting. I think for retail users, the interesting development is going to be overlaying Gen AI on top of all the complicated tools for trading that exists out there, right? So if you're a mom and pop out there and you open a exchange app, it's very complicated, right? You open a order book, it's just a lot, right? It's blinking lights, a lot of numbers. You don't know what's going on, right? But with Gen AI, it changes a lot, right? Like you can, so you can talk to a chatbot, and you can tell it what you want to achieve, what you like to achieve, how much capital you have, how much you can invest, how much you can tolerate to lose. That becomes very powerful, right? You can tell it your preference, and it will go and execute all the nitty-gritty for you, right? It will do the research, it will run the strategies, it will suggest, hey, this strategy historically has performed this and that, and you can choose, right? So instead of figuring out how to trade yourself, now you have the options as a human to pick and choose reliable strategies and reliable way of investing. So that's going to be more, I think I'm more bullish on that to really open up and introduce the next wave of users into this industry, and that's going to generate more trading volume and a more vibrant market condition for all of us.
Yeah, I definitely agreed. And I guess the way I also see it is that in the market, you have the retail user, you have the market makers, you have the market takers and market makers. And often, the retail, we all think, are the most non-toxic order flows. They like to just play. They don't really have a very sophisticated or like very accurate price prediction. But because these advanced tools, essentially, they will get to make better trading decisions, reduce their slippage. Maybe AI agent, like Hank was mentioning, can route their order most efficient way. Or, they can TWAP, they can, rather than just go to the market, take the market. So in a way, we will see the retail orders become less non-toxic. They will not be toxic, but I think will be less non-toxic because tools will enhance their trading execution and decision. At the same time, given crypto, we have AMM pools. These platforms now enable everyday retail to be a market maker, essentially, making money from fees. In a way, before you need sophisticated infrastructure, technology to be able to do that, because we have built in crypto, we have given those access to retails. And the same thing for us. I guess we're an institution. We are a professional market maker providing liquidity. We're constantly trying to get better and utilizing these advanced tools so that we can improve on that as well. And I guess continue the evolution from trading from human to human trading. Now just more and more I'll go to computer trading. Yeah, I guess lastly, I have a fun question. What are you guys most excited for 2025? Maybe Hank, want to kick it off?
Max, Max go first.
Yeah, feel free, Max. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things. General tokenizations. You can tokenize everything, but the goal need to convert those illiquid assets to be liquid, to improve the price discoveries, to make something not accessible become accessible, to reach more audience. So that's the beauty of the tokenizations. Tokenization itself is not just an ultimate destination. It should becomes a path. The path into we call it digital wealth. So that's first things. Second of all, we saw the crisis last time. We will have another crisis this time. I want to see how the industry can handle the next crisis. I have my own hypothesis. It can come from risk taking, can come from a lot of fake tax trading volumes, can come from. So I'm not going to extend it, but I have some items on the list to be careful with as business owners. So the more important thing is the institutional adoptions. So we see crypto is the 5% of entire market cap. Biggest market is the U.S. equities or other equity markets. After that, derivative markets, all coming from traditional finance. And people in charge, normally beyond 45 years old, so they hate crypto for whatever reason, they refuse to learn. I think that this time will pass. So young people will take the stage. Give it another 5 years or 10 years. And when people being in charge, growing in this, cultivated in those crypto environments, so they get used to it. So they will say no to those old folks. So the new generation will take over. Then you will see more institutional adoptions coming. The last but not least, it is the regulations. Global regulation embracement. Trump is going to take the stage January 20th. We're going to have a lot of new change from US SEC, CFTCs. So, everybody is globally following US. I would say we will see a huge legal shift from US. I hope it's, Trump can realize what he promised, but I'm not counting on that. You have to be adaptive as a trading business owner. So that's four things I'm looking forward. Quite positive, but you have to be aware of those bumper. So shake you out. No, we have seen a lot of crypto trading firm up and downs. We're going to recognize a lot of new names from next 3-4 years. So I would say, as a business owner for Anti-Capital, the last things I tell all my folks in my company is don't be evils. As long as you don't be evils, you can be 80% of the people out there. So that's a very simple thing to do. Yep.
Yeah, ditto all that. I think some things I want to share is, over the past 2-3 years, have definitely seen a lot more private banks, family offices express interest to come into the space, increasing their allocation into crypto. And we've seen increasingly more and more regulation in favor of helping these institutions come in, right? So capital is definitely coming in, ETFs, and all that, right? So 2025, I think the thing I'm most looking forward to is potentially the strategic Bitcoin reserves being implemented everywhere. And I'm going to be the moon boy here. Looking forward to bull market lasting the entire year, and we are so back.
I was hoping to get some price prediction from you guys, but I guess maybe, and I'll try to get some alphas from you guys. I guess for me, I'm really looking forward to the growth of the industry, given all the regulatory clarity, especially, whether it's UK, they're going to issue like more clear framework in early 2025, to US, under Trump, everybody is looking forward to the innovation and the growth. And one of my biggest motivation to be in the crypto industry is to contribute to lowering the barrier so that more and more people can, doesn't matter where you are, your financial background, you have access to different financial tools, so they can make better decisions. Usually to get there, you need big price bumps like going up so that you can attract, people's attention. So, we are now in another bull market, price is very high, probably continue to go higher, hopefully it will go higher. And given that, hopefully there will be more and more people use those attention, use those resources, can continue to build, make this industry better, decentralize, giving more accessibility to everyday people. And it would be great if Bitcoin goes to $500,000. 450K is when it surpassed gold, FLI. That's why. So we'll see when that happens. Yeah. I guess
that's very high.
Yeah, it's very high. Yeah. That's all. Thank you. Yeah.